Hi, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin and welcome to my craft room. Today's video isn't actually crafting, I know, but it's a top tip and it's really made my crafting life much easier, much simpler, and I really thought that you needed to know about it too. So, we use rubber stamps, yes? Lots and lots of different styles of stamps. Wood mounted stamps, photopolymer stamps, all kinds of stamps. And we need to keep them clean so we don't contaminate our ink pads and so we don't get that messy. Now, I am a big fan of the Stampin' Up! Stamp and Scrub, and I have actually done a video about the scrub itself. And if you've not come across the scrub before, I'll just quickly tell you, it's basically a washer dryer for your stamps. So it has two sides and they're microfiber, and you use this mist, a couple of spritzes of mist on one side, that's your wet side, and then your other side is your dry side. And all you do is you take your rubber stamp, you scrub it on the wet side, you scrub it on the dry side, and it's clean and ready to go. Now, it works brilliantly with rubber stamps on wooden blocks, and actually they're the type of stamps that I have mainly. I do a lot of classes and these are much easier for my customers to use. I really love them, but more and more of my stamps are photopolymer. Now, photopolymer stamps are like this one. This is the Tin of Tags stamp set. So these are completely clear stamps and they're really sticky and they go on our acrylic blocks like this. Now, it's really easy when you're stamping with these to do this with them. So you ink up your stamp, and if you're inking really lightly, you just get a really small amount of ink. But sometimes we're a bit heavy-handed or we rock the stamp, and this is what happens. It's all over the block. Now, you can get a piece of kitchen roll or something else to clean your photopolymer stamps with. Now, a lot of my customers love wet wipes. Don't use them. I'm a woman on a mission. Don't use wet wipes. Wet wipes are great for your fingers, they're great for wiping the tables, but they're really soggy. And all that happens, if I take the wet wipe to this now, it's just going to smear the ink everywhere. It's just going to be nasty. Also, not all wet wipes are good for your stamps anyway. If you have wet wipes in the house, then make sure that you have alcohol-free ones, fragrance-free, and no aloe vera either, because all of those things are just not good for your stamps. But I've got a brilliant solution, and I have to thank Lydia of Understand Blue for this, pointing me in this right direction. It's a cloth, and this is what my cloth looks like. Looks gross, doesn't it? Look at the colour of it. Okay, so this is my used cloth. Let me show you the magic. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. So this cloth is actually wet, but can you see the ink's not coming off on my hands? And all you do is you just wipe around those edges. And actually, I've got too much ink on there. So I'm just going to actually clean the whole stamp. Look, you'll be able to hear it squeak. You hear the squeak? Where it's clean. And the whole thing is clean, ready to go. There's ink on the cloth, but there's no ink on my hands. Okay, so this cloth, this magic cloth, is called the Absorber. Now, it comes in a tube like this with loads of branding on it, which I've kept for ages and I can't find it. So on the screen I'm going to put in a picture of what the packaging actually looks like, because there are lots of different types out there and I want you to get this one. Okay, it's called the Absorber and it comes in this tube and it's damp. Okay, and it's huge. So look, so it was that big, can you see me over the top, and that bit and that bit. So I'm actually cutting this into 6 and I'm going to be taking it to all my classes and parties so everyone can use it. And it's some kind of PVA type cloth. And an interesting fact for you is that Olympic divers use this cloth to dry them off because it absorbs all the water on their skin, so they can get a much smoother dive. It's really cool. But it's also used for drying your car and all sorts of other things. But it's brilliant at cleaning your stamps. So I keep mine wet. Well, I say wet. It feels damp, but it's not soggy. But I keep mine in a half size wood-mounted case. Now, what I do want to show you is when I'd heard about this cloth, I thought, yeah, that sounds really cool. But I had to buy it from Amazon and it took about a week to arrive and I couldn't wait. I'm sure that you're not like me, impatient, but I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see whether it was really as good as people have been saying. So I thought, well, it's a car drying cloth. I'll see what else there is out there. So I went to my local Halfords and got this, and it's called an Easy Glide Chamois, and it says it absorbs water, effective drying. And if I take it out, it's a similar tube. It looks kind of similar. It's damp. It does look very similar, but it really isn't anywhere near as good. And this is why I'm telling you, because this was the cloth that I had originally. So this is this one. And it was a disaster. So what happened was I ended up with hands like the Incredible Hulk. I cleaned loads of stamps that had old olive ink on them, I think. And the ink transferred from the cloth to my hands. Now, it doesn't happen with the Absorber. I don't know why, it just doesn't. Even when it's covered in ink like this, it's not coming onto my hands. Bizarre, I know, but magic. I also wanted to show you this. This is how they go when you leave them out. So they go stiff and dry. And all you need to do is just run it under the cold tap, squeeze out all the extra water, and it'll be good to go again. Now, after a while, you might decide that you don't want a cloth like this on your crafting table. So you can just sling them in the washing machine. And I would suggest that you put them in the washing machine with things that don't matter. But just wash it and it's fine. So it's called the Absorber. It will work on your rubber stamps as well. It's fabulous for cleaning your acrylic blocks and your photopolymer stamps. And there's another bonus as well. Photopolymer stamps, because I said they're really sticky, they can get little bits of dust on them or fibres. And this does a really good job of making sure that they're really nice and clean. So, not a crafting tip. Well, yes, no crafting, but a crafting tip today. I will put links in the description below. So if you're on YouTube, if you just look down and click see more, I'll put links there, and there'll be pictures and links to my blog so that you can see what it absolutely looks like. I hope you found that useful. These Absorber cloths are about £13, I think I paid on Amazon. But you know, if one's going to be too big, get one and share it with a friend. They will really appreciate it. So, top tip from me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to subscribe so you always see my videos first. And I will be back very soon with some more crafting. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.